Top of the Pops turns the credibility corner now on BBC4 as the Undertones, Buzzcocks, Ian Dury, The Jam and Squeeze force a seismic change and take the stage by storm. The story of 1978.
I must warn you, you're about to see stars.
It was a must-see. People had to watch Top of the Pops. Every kid had to watch Top of the Pops.
When you're on Top of the Pops, you arrive. That's it. You're there. You've made it.
So Top of the Pops in, eh?
I wanted things that were kind of angry and counter the boring conformity that was around us. Just the fact they were there, the outside was coming onto the inside.
Everybody's on top of the Pops.
We wanted to be the biggest band, the best band in the world. We couldn't wait to go on Top of the Pops.
Robin Nash favoured wholesome family entertainment, and in spring '78 came an act from the north that fitted the bill nicely.
He painted Salford smoky tops on cardboard boxes from the shops, parts of Ancoats where I used to play.
The kids loved it, the mums and dads loved it, and the grandparents loved it.
My mum was saying to me, oh, it's one of them songs, if the window cleaner hears it once and he's whistling it the next day, it's a hit.
And he painted Matchstalk men and Matchstalk cats and dogs. He painted kids on the corner of the street that were sparking clocks.
Arriving at the studio, it just seemed so busy and so many people shouting, you know, lights, darling, you know, more green, more red, and pulling cables and all this stuff, that I was frightened. I'm sitting there thinking, it's all my fault, this. You know, that's why he's shouting at him.
Now canvas and brushes were wearing thin when London started.
So sort of looking across at one stage with Shiwaddy Waddy there, with all the laser beams and all the fancy lights and everything, and then they flick over to David Essex and they had all the fancy stuff. And then when they come over to us, they put us on like a wooden box with a dummy gas lamp at the side of us. And I thought, God, you know, we're even looking cheap now. You know what I mean? And those clothes we went out and bought in Manchester weren't that hot either.
Days, is it true you're just an ordinary chap?
The 7:45.
After their first appearance, you couldn't keep these two off of Top of the Pops, as they became regulars on the 8:15 commute from Manchester.
And Lowry said that's just the way they'll stay.
As we went on, I don't know whether it's out of pity or what, but they just started to elaborate a bit more on the backdrop and everything, and spend a few bob on us. Everything got prettier.
Yeah.
Might have been a few sparrows sat on
telegraph poles.
Yeah.
Of course, the sales of Lowry prints rocketed. Absolutely rocketed.
Lovely piece of music.
In the '70s, Top of the Pops was hit central. It was the most powerful pop show in the country.
I would say Top of the Pops has been responsible for so many breakthroughs of records.
Kate Bush knew exactly what she wanted.
Out on the wily, windy moors, we'd roll and fall in green.
Kate Bush was an extraordinary sort of artist to appear. I mean, she didn't really have anything to do with punk or new wave or anything. She was out on her own completely.
And when it came to her music, she was a perfectionist.
They were just doing a little sort of dummy run and trying just something not right. Next thing, she twaddles all the way through, past the trombone players and the sax player, all the way to the piano, sits down. It's done like this.
She said, this is how it's done.
Cannily using the biggest songs of 1978, once again, the Barron Nights were both parody and novelty.
And he painted Grandad's Mike and next door's cats and dogs. He sprayed a couple on the corner of the street that were having a snog.
It's changed quite a few times, wasn't it?
It lent itself to parody, didn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah.
And they said we sometimes use your lyrics when we sing it live, which is lovely. Well, we're waiting for the cheque, please.